Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I'm platooned up with Hoops. I'm in my FV202. He's in his FV215B. This is back when we were grinding the chisel contracts. Um, yeah, standard battle, Pearl River. And Pearl River to me, middle is important, north is more important, but when there's already middle is really tough to play because they have really easy shots in there. The north already has some decent shots. They tend to surprise me when they hit me where they hit me. But like I said in my New Year's Arty video, that is one appealing thing to do by playing Arty is just finding different locations of where you can get hit and where you're already safe. Not that I play Arty safe all the time, but it is interesting to see the different angles that they have. So I want to be the first one here. Generally in my medium tanks, I try to get to the flank first. If you can get teams spotted and get your gun on them, maybe get early damage, you put the pressure on them, and sometimes they're afraid to push into the choke. To me, it's just buying time for your heavy tanks. So now you have to be very attentive to the map when you do this. Sometimes your heavy tanks won't push in, and that causes big problems, obviously. And then you're dead and you're going back to the garage angry at your heavies for not actually playing like heavy tanks. But I knew that Hoops was going to be here for sure, and he was communicating with me, letting me know that these two are pushing in. Now, unfortunately, they are way outgunned and they continually push in, which is a problem. So where I wanted to play defensively, they are playing offensively, so I figured I'd at least try to give them a hand without getting too deep in trouble. And I don't have shots here to help this guy out. Obviously, he's in a horrendous position where they can stay safe, yet we cannot give him any backup fire. Already lands a shot on top of that Panzer 7, and they're starting to flank us from the middle too. So I let Hoops know that this is a lost cause. We need to get up into the middle. We need to win the middle at this point. Hopefully our heavy can just hold on. We're going to sack lam him. Patton tries to make a quick move. I'm going to get behind him. He has to pick who he wants to keep his armor to, whether it's me or Hoops. And he decides me. Hoops lights him on fire. And before he can get away, I give him one more. And he slides down the hill. But our heavy is still alive, so we have time. We need to get to the middle. Hopefully our tank destroyer will hold them guys back. And I realized that this Patton moved down and started getting shots into the back of the tank destroyer potentially, so I wanted to make sure that I help our tank destroyer out and take that Patton down so our TD is not in a crossfire. Alright, so this Wizard 113 GFT pulls out, tries to kill our E4, our Arty shuts him down. Hoops drops in with me just because he was going to be put in a pincer, so if me and this E4 couldn't handle this choke fast enough, Hoops would have been sitting in a very dangerous pincer. We probably would have lost him. So it was better that he came back and helped us out. Track that Kronwagen. He tracks me, but I'm able to get a shell in time to shut him down. I have M103 sitting here. A lot of hot action in this game. 7-6. Get a shot into that FV215B. My E4 shuts him down. And then there's a super conk right there. I almost get the side of my head blown out. And Hoops lets me know that he's probably going to be able to handle this M103 pretty easily, so not to worry. I checked the E4's health. He's not doing great. We got a super conk and a Panzer 7 that we still have to deal with. And if this super conk's shooting Hesh, it is going to be a problem. But I think he just pens me through my turret. And I'd like to give the E4 room to get up there and get a shot, but I just cannot go too far, too wide when the super conk is positioned where he was. So I use the dead tanks to move over to this location, and I want to open up a different angle. And as I'm doing that, the T-92 shuts down the super conker, and looking for a shot on this M103. Not watching where I'm going, run into a rock. I can't see a shot on the M103, and it looks like he's actually moving to the middle now, which would bode well for us. There's only 4 of them left. Hoops is full health. Hoops misses a shot. Now their scout is running through the middle here. 13105. Our already takes out the M103. See if I can get a shot here. Get a tracking shot on that 105. Hoops lights him on fire. Hoops a little pyro in this. We lose our E4 to the Panzer 7. But really at this point, as long as Hoops takes point, we should be golden. Panzer 7 shoots, and I let Hoops know that I'm going to make a move to get in behind him. The dead tanks make it awkward, and this guy can actually spin pretty quick, so I'm worried. I auto-locked that shot. I thought it was into his turret ring, so I didn't think it was going to be that much of a problem, but unfortunately it is. And Hoops misses his shot. I almost have my shell in, and I'm able to shut him down. So we get through all of that, even with some poor missteps by our team. I got a little lucky as well, and this 1390 comes around and kills me. Well, that's annoying. I wasn't ready for him. He took advantage of it, and he's 3 marked 1390, but we still have a full health Sturvo. We got 2 Arties, and we pretty much have a full health FV215B, so if this 1390 pulls it off, this would be the most epic game I've ever seen, I think. Even if he hasn't done anything up to this point, he's set himself up for an epic game. Kolobanovs. Maybe a little foreshadowing. Unless you looked at how much time this video is, and then look at the timestamp right now and realize that probably doesn't have enough time to do it. So if I was a 1390, I'd load up and either come up through the city on the 4 line, which is very risky because if you get spotted by the Sturvo, you're going to be taking arty shells, but otherwise come up through the north. And he actually came up the 2 line, which is even a little bit more aggressive, but I guess, to be honest, you have isolated tanks that you can potentially get shots into if you go up the 2 lines. So that's probably the smart thing to do. Alright, so this is what arties are made for, right? 1390 misses his first shot. 5355 just rotates and slams a shell into the 1390. The T92 was actually aiming his gun. The 5355 just turned and snapshot because he just knew how good his tank was. Alright, so we take top dog, and I was just wondering this whole time, like, why is this match so hard? Like, I feel like we're doing well, and we just cannot make progress. Well, come to find out, there was only 5 of us in this match. I mean, the Struvo did get 2 kills, so whatever, you can be happy with his performance. But generally look at just the top 5. 3,500, 3,500, 3,500, 4,800, 3,500. And that was pretty much the whole team. I'll quit babbling. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.